He says, they just put me in handcuffs for riding my...
Manuel Barrera. Yes, sir. Sir, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
On March 6, 2025, at 12:24 a.m., the officer observed a vehicle driving without headlights on and using emergency lights. A traffic stop was initiated, and the officers made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle. The defendant informed the officer that he had a firearm in the driver's side door compartment. The officer opened the door and observed in plain view an unholstered handgun.
It wasn't in plain view until he took an affirmative movement to do it. I mean, if he asks him to get out and he sees it, right, that's one thing, but he just opens the door just on his own. Just, I have a problem with that.
Or read the OR and see if there was someone consented to open the door.
I mean, doesn't even ask him to step out.
Your Honor, the full OR reads that once the defendant informed the officer that the firearm was in the door, the officer opened the door, secured the weapon, and observed it was unholstered. So he took it secured.
No. Okay, so I'm gonna find no probable cause.
Understand?
Be careful. You know, we have enough. How old are you, sir?
I'm 24.
Okay, just be careful in life. God forbid something happens where, you know, you use it and you dig yourself a hole, you know, just be very careful, right? All right, just hang tight for me, will you, please? Thanks. Thanks.
Morning again, Judge. I'm approaching on a Sherman Pierce. I wanted to see if the court was willing to lower his bond. So he picked up a felony retaliation. Felony court set his bond at $3,000, but his bond is right now $5,000 on criminal mischief over a broken window.
Great state of Texas. What's your position?
Yeah.
So he picks up a mischief and a retaliation. Is it retaliation? He threatens to, like, he threatened someone?
He has a neighbor.
That's a retaliation?
Yeah, he has a neighbor, and it's based on the neighbor saying he knew it must have been him. Didn't see him do it. Just knows when the window's broken because him and his neighbor have that blood.
Well, so do you think there's PC?
I think it's reasonable. Retaliation, they certainly have him on PC, but with the...
Well, let's do. Hey, get you going? Do you mind bringing out Mr. Pierce, please? Thanks. Let me bring him out. We'll do probable cause for this. So your lawyer, I'm bringing you out now. You are charged with criminal mischief, right?
Yes, sir.
There is a question about whether there's probable cause to go forward with the case. We're going to do that right now.
Yes, sir.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
On March 9th, 2025, Officer Davis Fleischer, 6615 Conley Street in Houston, Texas, in Harris County, regarding a criminal mischief investigation. The complainant and the complainant's wife had known the defendant for around 20 years. The complainant heard a loud crash outside and believed that it was the defendant because the defendant broke into the complainant's car the day before. The complainant went outside and saw the defendant riding his bike on the street and observed his front window to be broken and a large rock the size of a baseball found inside. The defendant told the complainant that he was going to get gasoline and set the house on fire. And the defendant was identified by his Texas driver's license. The officer searched the area for the defendant and observed the defendant near his listed address and placed him in handcuffs. The defendant told the officer that
You just put him in handcuffs. Yeah, let me just put him in handcuffs. He's riding his bike while black. Any kind of evidence to show that he did it?
Your Honor, the defendant identified him as retaining him as they were further in the investigation.
He didn't see him do it. No?
They did not observe him doing it.
No. All right. I'm going to find no probable cause in your case, sir. Okay?
Thanks, Judge.
Mr. Pierce.
This gets dismissed. He stood up. No,
Mr. Pierce.
So,
No, just be careful, man. Life's too short to spend it in a 6-month.
I take care, right? My brother just got shot. My grandmother passed. Man, I've been doing everything right. I got out of feet. I changed my life.
Probable cause. And you still got the felony case that's holding you upstairs, so I can't get you out today. You don't have a case going us with going forward with us, but
They say my bond was 500, right? I can post bond.
You just got your case dismissed. You have no bond on this one at all. So now you
Get
just
out.
have the felony. You just have the felony. This one's no PC cost. Okay?
no, but Mr. Morrison, you're going to get out today
Yes, sir.
because you've made bond on your felony case, and I found no PC on this case today.
Thank you.
But stay in touch with your lawyer and be good. Be good. It's not hard. Be nice. Okay, Mr. Pierce. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir.
You too. Hey, good morning, Ms. Hawkins. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On March 6, 2025, at approximately 10:29 p.m., the officer observed a vehicle driving with expired registration as of March 2021. A traffic stop was initiated. However, the vehicle continued to travel down the feeder road until it turned and pulled onto the wrong side of a two-way road and parked facing northbound in the southbound side of the roadway. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle, and observed the defendant to have bloodshot eyes, droopy eyelids, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant admitted to drinking 1.5 alcoholic beverages, and the defendant stated she was buzzed but not drunk. An inventory search of the vehicle was conducted, and the officer found a large plastic cup that was 1/4 full of alcoholic beverage that smelled of tequila in the center console cup holder. Standard field sobriety were conducted, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and refused to provide a specimen. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Are you telling me that she has alcohol in the car while she's driving?
It's just getting a cup of alcohol.
Ms. Hawkins, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I am now placing several conditions on your bond. If I find that you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds, ma'am. You're not allowed to drive. I'm taking away your privilege to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. This is an affidavit that you're going to promise to me that you're not going to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, likewise, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail, ma'am.
Judge, is that standard for driving?
She has alcohol in the car while she's driving. And so I would presume that it's elementary that you're not to have alcohol in the car while you're driving. It scares me, and I just don't want her driving for now. You know?
Understood.
We can approach at a later date, but I'm
I'm concerned because for her employment, she can't get to and from work, and we can't get an occupational license or something like this. It's a condition of the court. I don't think we have any opposition to putting a lock in the vehicle so that she's not able to drink and then drive. But it just seems like no driving at all seems a bit harsh for a first offense. We don't even know what the blood is at this point.
Get it? But she has alcohol allegedly in the car while she's driving. One would presume that that's a humongous no-no, you know? And I want her to appreciate the privilege it is to drive. It's not a right. It's not a right. It's an absolute privilege.
Judge, if I may, what would be the conditions under which she's able to come back and get permission from the court? At what time frame?
I need to know that she understands and appreciates the privilege, you know, be proactive. It's not forever, Aaron, you know, but I want her to understand that it's a privilege, it's not a right, and it's something that people should take very seriously.
The alcohol.
I don't want you to talk here now in front of him. You know, you guys at a later date can come back. I'm always all ears. Like, it's not
For
absolute.
Greg's purposes, since he's going to be the one representing her, well, what is a later date? I mean, is there something we can do? Because, you know, if it's something that you'd like her to do while on bond to make sure that she's, you know, addressing the issue, I mean.
Be creative, be proactive. I want to know that she appreciates it, and I'm all ears, you know, but it's something that I've seen more and more, you know, where there's alcohol in the car. And I would presume that you would know, especially at this age, that, you know,
Well, to be fair, Judge, the allegation is that she violated the law. The presumption is that you would know not to violate the law, period. I personally don't think that the fact that there is possible alcohol in the car, I don't think it's been tested, but it just seems like no driving at all seems like a harsh penalty for someone who's never been arrested before, no criminal history. These are allegations. There's a blood draw pending. According to the DIM summary, she had 1.5 drinks. It's certainly possible her alcohol level comes back below the legal limit. And if that takes 90 days to get those lab results and come back and get this taken care of, she's not driving for 90 days.
I'm not saying that long, Aaron. I just want some kind of proactivity that I know that she appreciates come back and,
And just
Hey,
for fixed purposes, so I can convey this debate. What's proactivity to the court?
just be creative.
Okay.
Be creative. And, several weeks, come back and we can talk. But it's a privilege. It's not a right. And it's something that we take very seriously. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. Every single day. And we need to ensure that it's taken seriously. I'm not asking for much. And once we know that there's appreciation, then let's talk again. Like I said, it's not long, Aaron, but I need to know. Now, well, because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You do not need to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with counsel and they will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. Do not pick up any new cases. Don't consume anything illegal or any kind of alcohol, and we'll be fine. You've got a great lawyer. Listen to them. They'll take care of you. I'll have you come up here, swear test. You're not going to drive for now. We'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and then you're free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks.
Your Honor, this is his aunt. The grandparents are outside, but she has a young toddler, so the grandparents are watching the toddler, but she knows the situation. She's,
Hi, how you doing?
Thank you for coming.
Come on in. So I've explained to the judge his current situation with him living with the grandparents in Victoria and how you guys are supporting him. We have this time served deal that the judge is considering so that, we can wrap up this case so that he can move back home, work for the family, go to school, everything that we talked about.
Yes.
He just always wants to make sure that as a young person, he has support. He knows exactly what's facing him before we do anything that he can never get back. So this plea that he wants to do, it's got its pros and cons that we talked about. So that's why the judge asked me to bring you here so that if you have anything to add or anything, so that he can consider it, so that he can make up his mind whether or not he's going to let Diego take the time served deal. Okay.
Please, just tell me about, would he be approved for the PTI program?
He's already been approved for that, Judge. It's a 1-3. I've talked to him at length about that. It's just something that he and his family does not feel that they can accomplish with all the.
Because he can't stay clean.
Judge,
That's it.
they have some financial difficulties. So anyways,
Money is of no difference. I could care less about the money. When you take,
well, on a PTI program, Judge, I know you don't on defers and stuff like that, but on PTI, there's not a lot of wiggle besides the $300 DA fee. That's about it. In terms of the machine, in terms of monthly, they're pretty rigid by that. So I know you feel differently and your deferred is, but PTI is just,
that's complete.
PTI is just a hard rock, Judge, especially for economical reasons. Anyway.
I know back when I was staff divisions too, like I could tell. Going on, right? I was not going here that is now around these.
I've barked up that tree many times, Judge.
Here's the thing. You're going to pay for this one way or the other. It's whether you either get this case dismissed and go through this program, or whether you take a conviction and then end up with all these surcharges from DPS, end up with a license suspension, have to pay DPS for all these other fines and fees, not to mention your insurance skyrocketing because of this DWI. Insurance rates now are absolutely bonkers because of how insurance companies are molesting us now as it is. It doesn't get better when you plead to a DWI and it goes on your record. It'll get 3 times, 4 times as worse. You're going to pay for it one way or the other. When you take a half-ass approach to something in life, you will get a half-ass result. There is a program now that you are approved to be in to get this case dismissed. All you have to do are 3 little things: a little community service, a little class, and most importantly, stay clean. That's all you got to do. And if you can do it for even 6 months, they will dismiss this case. By pleading guilty to this case, it will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. And you will pay for it. I promise you. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be next week, but maybe 10 years, 15 years. You know what? Why didn't I take that class to get this thing dismissed? Ugh. You're going to pay for it one way or the other. You are old enough now to make your own choices. I mean, you're what? How old is he? 18?
17.
17
in June.
Judge, I also want to correct myself. I've had him mixed up with another young client. He does need to provide mitigation information. So he's not 100% ready and approved.
What does he have now? Is it an accident?
It's
It's a THC.
Yes, so that was a qualification.
Got it.
So I haven't
But, I
spoken
mean,
on
the
that.
odds of getting in are,
I don't want to speak for anyone, but I would assume.
I don't want you to make a decision now. But the decision you make will have lifelong consequences. And the problem is, there's only one problem, is staying clean. If I test you now, what are you going to test for? I don't want you to answer. But I think you and I both know. And it's been like this since day one. It has never stopped.
Judge, I think he's got a couple of negative tests, if I remember correct, like the last time you were here, right? I mean, he's got some negative tests, and we can verify that. I mean, the last time he was here, you went down, it was negative, right?
December 12th, we had a negative, and then a no-show on January 27th.
And that's when he moved, he actually moved back to Victoria, and he's back here. I mean, if you want him to think about it more time, that's great. But the problem is, Judge, he is 3 hours. The family had a hard time getting him here just this morning. So if possible, and, he decides again to go down the time served, we'd really like to get it done today, because that way it's just easy for them not having to come back. And that's part of the issue, Judge.
You are the master of your own domain. I'm telling you, it's the dumbest decision that you'll make now regarding your life. Because once you end up with that conviction, it will be very difficult to get a job. You will have to explain it on every single application that you apply for anything. Job, apartment, school, to get a license, to get insurance, every single application that you will apply for whatever it is in this life, you will have to sit and explain for this, and it's going to close a lot of doors. I'm telling you now that it is not a wise decision to do. I'm telling you not to do this, but if you want to, far be it from me to stand in your way. But I'm telling you, it's not a good decision.
Judge,
You guys go talk and see what you want to do. I will give you more time if you need more time.
Absolutely.
Really. I think that you should get into this program to try to get this case dismissed. That's it. But you guys tell me what you want to do. John, if you want to do the time served, you've got my blessing, but
It's never me, Judge. I just want to make sure that the family, he understands every single word that you just echoed that out.
and so much that if you go, we can allow you to report via Zoom so you don't have to come back. But you can't use. You can't smoke weed. you can't use alcohol.
But I'll also leave the offer open too, to go with that, correct you. I'll leave that offer open.
I got it, Judge, but I mean, it's.
You make the decision.
Judge.
Sorry for the interruption, but let me ask you something. When a 17-year-old is offered a chance to erase a DWI through rehabilitation, is the real test the court system or the discipline to stay clean?
Judge, I'm covering, Lieutenant Thorne.
Okay.
Then we, my Valar judge, since he was a bond forfeiture, I've got his family and they're all gonna sit down and rethink about this, but they need some time. So it looks like, you know, they're gonna have some hard questions to answer. So they don't mind driving back, so we should get hopefully a resolution on one way or the other, because if he wants to do the PTI route, that's gotta get moving
I
ASAP.
have the indigency packet now if you want it, so that they can, if they're interested, start filling it out. And then I can,
Well, I mean, I think the way they do it now is for mitigation. I've got to put a mitigation together because he's 17, and then an application.
then I'd like to talk to Judge Geist to see how we can, it's not fair, you know, because, you know, a 17-year-old doesn't have a pot to piss in. How are they going to pay for this thing? You know what I mean? So how do we, why is it fair that parents have to foot the bill for this whole thing, you know? So we need to figure out some kind of,
I know, Judge, that, you know, usually they will waive the $300 DA fee, but machines, costs, anything, all of that, they don't even budge.
okay.
So, I mean, whatever you can do to help the defense side on that would be wonderful, Judge. I'm pretty sure if you get a petition going, we'd all sign it.
Let me email Judge Geist. There's always a way. And I don't understand, like, the supervisory fee, why can't that be waived? You know,
It's just,
it's a device that's an outside vendor.
Yeah.
And there are other vendors that will charge you a lot less, you know?
Just so that we can reset him, so they can have time to think about it, can we just get a reset date?
That
Okay.
still needs bond conditions.
Yeah. I mean, we're all here. I mean, we could take care of that. I mean, whatever you want to do. If you want to upgrade his bond conditions from last time, because, you know, he has.
Don't want him to smoke.
Well, Judge, I mean, the last time he was here, before he had to go back to Victoria, the proof is in the pudding. He had to make.
Is she recording? Are you recording?
Oh, that's mine. She's with me. That's my office manager.
Oh, okay.
So, you're not, please don't use your phones, Maxine, but anyway.
Don't record. All right, come up.
He does have a clear UA license.
I'm gonna test him now. I'm gonna test you now. The only thing I'm asking you to do is don't smoke marijuana. That's it. Do you understand?
Sir.
You don't have a license or insurance, because you need both, then don't drive as well. Don't use alcohol. That's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to split the atom or do anything funky. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm sending you for a test now. So if all's clear, I'm doing backflips. I'll be very happy. You test positive, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Okay, well, anyways, Judge, I mean, can we just get a reset till at least tomorrow or something?
I'm sending you for a test now. We'll give you a normal reset.
Okay,
If it's dirty, I don't know what we're
and
gonna
we'll bring them back or whatever. I got you, Judge. All
do. All
right.
right.
So, hold on.
Stem device?
Okay, I'm going to ask you, it's a DWI second. This is the one where he was in bond forfeiture status for a while, and so you wanted him to either plea or trial today.
Okay.
He's accepting the 30-day offer. Would you be willing to waive DPS fines, Judge? He was previously found indigent, but he makes maybe $1,000 a month.
Are you mom? Come on. You speak. As mom and dad?
Yes, Judge.
Wonderful. What's the last name again?
Here,
That's one. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Mr. Vera here is charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 3 days that you've done. Hey, give me 1 second. You need to understand that this is going to go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. What happens the next time?
It gets worse. I'll be in jail for a long time.
No, not Jane.
What prison?
And it doesn't matter if you're just a little bit drunk, if you're stumbling, falling down halfway, passed out, unconscious. No. All they care is they smell the odor of either marijuana, the faintest smell of alcohol. They will charge you now with a 3rd-degree felony. Minimum 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because you will get hosed. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will stay on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. Be careful, because now he's got 2. He takes your car, gets into an accident, could be very well on you guys now. So got to be careful. Don't drive without insurance, because you get into an accident. Lord help us. I am going to suspend your ability to drive for 2 years. Do not drive until you get a license. I am also, one more thing, your lawyer is asking me to waive your DPS surcharges. That's a $6,000 fee that I'm waiving for you now.
Thank you, sir.
The only thing I'm going to ask you is don't kill someone. I don't give a rat's behind if you want to go get lit. Don't kill someone. For $50, you can take an Uber. It will take you wherever you want to go in this life. Don't kill someone. All right, good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Seth. Thank you for coming. You are Catherine Rodriguez.
Yes, sir.
You were charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're going to reduce this to a first offender DWI education class. You need to understand that this still makes 2 DWIs that are on your record. What happens on the next one? No. Prison. A minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years in prison is what you will be facing if you ever pick up another DWI. And you don't have to be stumbling, passed out drunk for an officer to charge you with a felony offense. All you need is to get into a car, the faintest smell of alcohol, anything funky in the car, they're going to run your record, they're going to see this, and then you're going to be facing a crap load of the time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I were you, even if you've had a sip, I wouldn't get into a car.
I understand.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement today. What you were doing is you were pleading guilty to this DWI. It is a 12-month Harris County jail sentence to be probated for 15 months. You will do a repeat offender DWI education class, 2 victim impact panels. You will do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. No breath test refusal, meaning that if you were pulled over in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. If you don't, you're in violation. And if you violate this probation, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You're looking at an entire year in jail. Do you understand? No drugs, alcohol, guardian interlock, 25 hours of community service. Was there an accident in this one? You know, you are allowed to make mistakes in life, but when you make mistakes and you endanger other people's lives on a repeated basis, the cost is big. And this is going to cost you big now. There is now a supervisory fee that you will be required to pay. And if you don't pay it, every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. There is a Actually, it's reduced to a first, right? Is it true or untrue that it's a 0.15 or above?
Yes, true.
Okay, I'm going to find that that's true. Now, there is a $4,500 surcharge that you will be required to pay. Somehow, we have to get your attention that this is unacceptable. And if it doesn't get paid, 1 day in jail for every $100 that you owe. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Can I pay overtime? I'm currently not.
Of course.
Okay.
Absolutely. We will give you,
Only laid off.
I'll give you 2 years to pay. If you need more time than that, I'm absolutely willing to do whatever you need to do. But somehow we have to get your attention. And I'm going to tell you now also, if I find that you consume alcohol while you're on this probation, it's very possible you may be required to do inpatient treatment. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I filed a motion requesting the orders to be, the supervisory fees, mandatory fees be waived. I believe if you question Ms. Rodriguez, you'll find that she may be qualified to be indigent, Your Honor.
I normally do Joaquin on first all day, but on a second, we need to get their attention. You're bypassing a mandatory week in jail that you should normally be doing because they're reducing this to a first. So it's essentially a slap on the wrist, no jail time. We have to somehow get your attention. And usually the way that works is you got to hit them where it hurts, where it's either jail time or it's in the pocketbook. Somehow we have to get your attention. It's unacceptable. What I'm trying to do is prevent you from picking up yet another DWI because you're what, 42 years old, 35 years old? You're going to be driving for the next 30 years. The law never forgets. And the problem is you will, because 10 years, 12 years, 13 years, time heals all wounds. But the law doesn't forget. And if you run into a situation where there's something catastrophic that happens in your life and you go, you know what, I'm just going to go out for a drink. You get pulled over. We need you to remember this for the rest of your life. Somehow we need to get that to happen. And I'm hoping that this is it. We can put on a longer payment plan if needed, Joaquin. So, you
That would
know,
be appreciated, Judge.
I mean, we can do 3 years, we can do as much as we want, but I wanted to get her attention.
Yes, sir. And I also wanted to ask the court about since now she's going on probation, can she get the scram and the?
Absolutely, but first she needs the, now I am going to suspend your license because it's a second offense. I'm going to suspend it for a year. You will need a portable device. Once you get that portable device, we will take the ankle monitor off. So she needs a guardian interlock
Yes, sir.
for the
I have
life of
already
this
have it.
probation.
Yes, sir.
You have a where?
An interlock?
In your car?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'm gonna end up suspending it now. So once you get a portable device, I'll take the thing off your ankle.
Okay, so, I mean, why is the court suspending her license, Your Honor?
Because it's a DWI second.
Even though she's pleading to a first?
And it gets suspended regardless.
On the ALR.
It's a DWI, she's doing a multiple DWI education class. DPS is gonna suspend her license regardless.
So you want her to get the interlock, I mean, the portable, then she can get the scram
I mean,
removed?
I get you on the ALR hearing, but the way DPS works is, from my experience, when you do multiple DWI education classes, they end up suspending your license regardless. So you need to be on the lookout for that. So,
Well,
you know,
Your Honor, we'll be filing an occupational petition here soon. We're gonna ask the court to allow her to drive. She needs to get a job, Your Honor.
I'm a data analyst, but I recently got laid off in January. So I'm trying to find a job, and it's making it a little bit difficult with the ankle monitors to.
all right, I won't suspend the license then.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much, sir.
But before you start driving, can you run a license right now, please?
Yes, Judge.
Just to make sure.
I see as of now.
Before you start, like I said, because this is now going to reflect another conviction and you're going to be doing a subsequent education class, you need to be on the lookout. You need to make sure that DPS has your correct, address on file because they're going to send you notice. They should send you notice if they do about the suspension.
I see it's not eligible right now.
Your Honor, I have the order that we want here. I mean, DPS, the website is notoriously late for updating their but
Does it show?
The only most recent enforcement action that says canceled interlock required as of.
Okay, since she probably didn't send the $10 fee is probably what I'm thinking, you know? So DPS should have sent you notice that you have to pay a $10 fee to get a special license that you carry on you because of the interlock requirement. If you don't pay that $10 fee, they end up suspending your license. You're not allowed to drive, man. Your license is now currently suspended.
we'll get it done, Judge.
Don't drive right now. If you drove here, you can't drive home. It's suspended.
Okay.
If you drive, you're in violation of this probation as of today. So you need to call DPS to figure out what you need to do to get your license reinstated. So don't drive. So what are the total costs now? So the total cost of this is 5,010. I will give you as much time as you need to pay, like I said. But if you start drinking, you pick up a new case, I'm just going to go bonkers. I want you to know now. Don't. Hopefully this has been enough to get your attention that we mean business. Every day someone dies from a DWI in our county. It's not fair. All we're asking, just don't kill anyone. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you with agreement. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this, there's no turning back. You can never undo this. Now, like I said, you do something to violate this, a warrant will issue. You will go into custody. You're facing up to a year in jail. If you ever have any issues, come back. We can talk about it. We can work through it. But the worst possible thing you can also do is just click off and abscond. That's a guaranteed warrant. Okay? All right. Good luck, man. Thanks for your time. Okay.
Morgan?
Okay.
I was just appointed to her
Good morning, Miss Morgan.
Good morning.
Did you need anything? Did you want anything?
to see if we can get a PR bond for Miss Morgan. I spoke with her and so she is living in Houston. She lives with her children. And
You don't show up. You never show up. I mean, you never show up.
Yeah, they gave me a bus, my bus pass and order, so I know I could, what time to be on and what court to actually go to.
We've given you 3 different PR bonds and you've never once appeared, ever. The only time we see you is when you get arrested.
Yeah, this time was my mama gonna take off and everything, so it's different this time.
Why could that not happen the first 2
Because
times?
of her job, but this time she said she could take off. Instead of me catching the bus and getting lost, she could take off.
she does have a family that lives here, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Miss Morgan, but you just don't appear. You never appear. I've given you PR bond after PR bond. You know, not only that, you pick up one case. We ask you, hey, come back to court, just be good. And you pick up yet another case. And on that case, you've flaked out on us 3 times as well. So it's not just been 3 times, it's been more than 3 times where we've given you chance after chance after chance after chance after chance, and you blow us off. If I give you a PR bond now, I don't think you're going to show.
I'll show.
You promised that 4 other times.
I made it down here though, to be honest, I did.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I just don't. We've given you like 4 different chances for you to appear, and you've never done it once. You've got 2 open cases now. I don't think you're going to show. I really don't. I'm sorry, Hugh, but really.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll get a, like a short reset.
I'm happy to give you a bond reduction if you want a bond reduction. And your bonds, I have your bonds now set at 7503 on each of your cases because you just don't show. I'm happy to give you a very, very reduced bond, but I'm telling you, I know if we give you a PR bond, because history tells us you're just not going to show.
No, history doesn't say that because you don't know what's going on in my history. You're just going by what you see on your information. But in reality, if you had a camera set to the time you let me go from downtown all the way up until now, you'll be apologizing. The whole court would, to be honest. I don't know if you know what I went through.
I get it. I do. We all have circumstances. I waive everybody's appearance, so they don't even have to show up to court. All I ask is for you to stay in touch with your lawyer. That's all I ask.
I have his card right now. I never had a lawyer card. I never had a lawyer. Only Mr. Bonnie.
Have you been appointed on this?
I was just appointed today, Judge. So I don't believe that she had an attorney previously or so.
Where are you living?
At 124 East Golf.
No. I don't want the address. Who with?
Huh?
Who with?
My kids. My mom have my kids right now. I have 7. I believe my one of my kids are in court right now in Houston, but I have 7 kids.
So you're living with who? You say your mother?
With my kids.
Find out if she has a stable place to go to. See if she has a place to go to, like there's a stable home, and then maybe I'll consider it and I'll put a monitor on your ankle.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna let you out just to the street. That's not gonna happen. But if I know that you have a stable place to stay, like your mom or a relative, someone that's willing to take you in,
yes,
but into the street, it's not gonna happen. Because I know what's gonna happen if I let you out to the street.
Okay.
So call, see what you can do, and right?
Good morning, Judge. Yes, sir.
Hey, good morning. You are Stephen Chavez.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chavez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. Wait, Stephen, we've got 2 Chavezes, right? Okay, so you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. This is a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. So you know you're not here alone. Your lawyer is here with you, but he's on Zoom.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, Judge. On March 6, 2025, the officer received a call from an officer who was finishing a separate unrelated call and observed a vehicle stop 150 feet from the intersection for an unknown reason for a short period of time, then accelerate unnecessarily quickly before coming to a stop at the intersection. The vehicle was stopped straddling the dividing line between lanes and stopped past the designated stopping point. The vehicle remained stationary through several light cycles, and officers approached the vehicle. The officer observed the defendant, the driver and sole occupant, reclined in the driver's seat unconscious while the vehicle was running and in drive. The officers woke up the defendant, and the defendant appeared confused and took his foot off the brake, causing the vehicle to collide with the marked patrol vehicle placed in front of the vehicle. The officer observed the defendant to have red bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and an odor of an alcoholic beverage emanating from his person. The defendant was transported to Pasadena jail for further investigation and denied drinking alcohol. Standard field sobriety tests were administered, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 6 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to provide breath. The results were 0.183 and 0.180.
All right. Can you run his NCIC? How many DWIs does he have, and whether he has a license as well?
Yeah, one RWI out of Minnesota, and his license is eligible.
Okay. Mr. Chavez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you.
Yes, sir.
If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds.
Yes, sir.
I'm now placing a restriction also on your license that you're not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have a guardian interlock on it. If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock, likewise, you will go to jail. We send notice to DPS so that every single officer in this state knows that if you get pulled over, you're supposed to have an interlock. So if you get pulled over, an officer sees that you don't have an interlock, you will go to jail. You understand? Now, you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Davila, and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me that he can't get hold of you because you're playing games, likewise, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes, sir.
All I want is my city protected. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't become a danger to my city. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
For now, I'll have you go sign a reset with Victoria. You'll get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go.
May 13th, a little bit of change.
May 13th through the 15th, Ray.
Let's see. I think May 15th works, Judge.
Okay, it's yours.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just listen. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Good morning.
Morning.
How's Jay? How's jail?
It's alright. No, it's not a place to be, but it's alright.
Why do we have jails? Why do we have jails? Why do we have them?
To sit people down, to think about what they have already done.
For people who cannot conform to society, because we got people who are just complete chaos. How long you been in now? A month? 2 months?
Yeah, something like that.
Who do you have in your life? Do you have anyone that's willing to watch over you? Mom, dad, anyone? Who do you have?
I got my little brother Pops. You feel me? My aunt. I got in contact with him. What's his name? While I was in there incarcerated just recently. You feel me? So yeah, I got them.
You know, your lawyer and the state have been working a deal to basically get you out, but you scare me. I mean, you think it's funny. It's not, man. You know,
I'm trying to just listen to everything you say, though.
Life as a black man in today's society is hard enough as it is. You know, it really, really is. You know, you already under the gun. And with all the shisa that you're picking up now, being on felony probation, you picked up these 5 cases now with us. You're literally killing your chances of ever doing something worthwhile in this life, because you're either going to end up dead or with a 25-year sentence. As a statistic, we have enough statistics, Mr. McGee. You know, how many times has he mucked up or had a DVR or a motion filed upstairs?
One motion, but you also reported November, December 16th, December 31st, and January 13th. He also failed to complete IOP, thinking for exchange, and because of the law violation.
Does he have any felony convictions right now? Once you get that felony conviction, it closes so many doors. It's disgusting. It's sick. As far as I can see now, I don't think you have a felony conviction. And I hope and I pray that you do everything in your power to avoid a felony conviction, because I'm telling you, no one hires felons. If you ever want a good job, you want to get a loan for a car, hell, they're not going to give it to you. You want to get an apartment? They don't give apartments to felons, man. Does he have a felony conviction? Yeah. You need to do everything in your power to avoid it. Go to WIMAC, do your shisa, get out, and show that you care, because what I see there, you don't care. And if you don't care, they're just going to send your ass to state jail with the felony conviction, and then it's done. Don't become a statistic. We're going to reset this case tomorrow because they want to talk to the complaining witness in this case. We're going to try to resolve this so that you can work on and go get on to WIMAC to better yourself. If you ever need anything, just talk to her, come back here. We can give you whatever you want. If you want a cell phone, you want a tablet, you want a place to stay, eat, money, we'll get it for you. But don't run the streets, because you're going to end up dead or with a 25-year sentence. Stop. Grow up. So we'll put them on for tomorrow. Come back, write it up, and we'll get it done.
All right, maybe.
Don't become a felon. All right.
Come back with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's first talk about Mr. Guzman in custody.
Okay.
That one that we signed, our main request for the turn down the new case and all it popped up for vote.
In terms of subbing in for me or something?
I thought they were gonna give it to you, but they just really wanted
All of them?
On Guzman, I think I was on.
It was an MAJ.
Right, but I've been on it for like 2 or 3 settings. So am I out? Do I need to do a sub or something? I mean.
It was a deferred, probation.
So no, you don't have to sell out.
Easy money.
Well, we're trying to, fixing to, I just need to talk to it. So should I talk about it or not? No, don't talk about it? Okay, and
One less.
okay. In that case, moving on, young Mr. Quaylar here, Judge. He's got a WI, first time, no priors. The situation is he missed court last time because he moved back to Victoria. He lives.
Mr. Cuellar does what Mr. Cuellar wants to do without regard to court orders.
It looks that way, Judge, but he's been in good communication with me. I've talked to the family. His grandparents adopted him. He was actually in Houston to visit his biological father recently, and that's when this incident happened. And since then, he's actually moved back. His aunt is here. He's got family support. But I've talked to the family at length, and I've talked to him. Chief is okay with us, having a time served deal. We want to get it done today so he can move back. He's enrolled in school. He understands the severity of having this conviction, but he's got family. They have a business. He's going to be going to school and working there.
Who's here with him?
Well, I think they stepped outside, but his aunt and I think your grandfather is here. You want me to go get him real quick?
Please. Good morning, Ms. Okori. Ma'am, you're charged with assault causing bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
On March 5th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a residence regarding a disturbance. The officer made contact with the complainant, who stated the defendant had assaulted him. The complainant stated they were involved in a verbal disturbance when she approached him, used a ring-style taser to tase him, and the complainant was able to knock the taser out of the defendant's hand and backed away. The complainant stated the defendant gathered the taser and approached him again at his front door, attempting to use the taser on him again. The complainant held the defendant's wrist to prevent her from touching him with the taser, and the complainant advised that he had to push the defendant to get her away from him so he could get inside the residence. The officer viewed the complainant's video footage of the offense, and the complainant stated he felt pain from the incident, was in fear for his life because he believed that she had a knife. The defendant stated the complainant struck her first, which was shown to be false with the video footage, and the defendant admitted to having a taser and using it on the complainant.
Okay. So Corey, I'm going to find.
The taser never touched.
Stop. Now's not the time to fight your case. This is just a probable cause. Anything you say, they can use it against you. Now's not the time. I can give you a lawyer if you'd like. You can talk to the lawyer and go that route, but just now's not the time. You start saying stuff, they're just going to use it to prove your guilt. As it stands, I'm ordering you, ma'am, as a condition of your bond, not to have any contact with this person. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons. If you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Was this a dating relationship or was this just a...
No indication of dating relationship.
Okay. So ma'am, would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. Deputy Echegona is going to give an application I need you to fill out for me. I need to know everything about you. I will take a look at it. We're going to craft bond conditions for you. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions, okay?
Okay.
Please.
I'm approaching off docket this morning, Your Honor, for the main matter. Which regarding the bond condition. From my understanding, two of his conditions were that he could not drive, and the second one was that he has random drug test and a scram. So I wanted to see if we could get the provision regarding non-driving, see if we could get that removed. He does work. He works Monday through Saturday. He has a wife and
There's a reason why we do it though, right? Either they don't have a license, something is there. There's a reason why we have it on, right? And I don't know. Alex, tell me about the case, will you?
So in this case, the officer was dispatched to a motor vehicle stopped on the road with the male in the driver's seat passed out. The officer observed the vehicle stopped on the road facing the wrong side and forcing multiple vehicles to drive around. And the officer observed the motor vehicle's engine on, and the defendant sitting in the driver's seat appearing to be sleeping and passed out. And the officer observed an open container of Bacardi rum $750
That's
million.
why. Yeah, he's got to open up, you know? So I need some, show me proactive that you appreciate, you know, it's been 3 days though, that's not enough time. You know, some kind of proactivity that he appreciates, you know?
Yes, sir. He did let me know that he plans to start AA meetings with Veteran Affairs. I'm working on getting the documentation for that, but he did let me know that he plans to start that as well. So just come back.
Just be creative and then I'm all ears.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, could we address the second thing or should I just come back all at once? The random drug test and scram, does he actually need both?
Yeah, but so we know he's not using illegal substances.
Yes, sir.
So the device only checks for alcohol, not for anything else. So that's why we have the randoms.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay,
Think carefully. Is this courtroom preventing crime or quietly deciding someone's entire future?
Thank you, Your Honor.
okay, Aravalo judge, this is, he's in custody. This is one of these unlawful carry of a weapon where they're charged for being under 21.
Is that the only thing?
Yes, Judge. And it's
2PC then.
On December 20th, 2024, an officer responded to a residence regarding a shooting that just occurred. The officer stated over the radio that a concerned citizen pointed out a motor vehicle involved in a possible shooting. The officer followed the motor vehicle and began calling out in the direction of the motor vehicle. A felony stop was conducted. The defendant, 17 years old, was in possession of a handgun with a sling.
With a what?
With a sling?
I think they mean like a holster, Judge. Like a detective style holster, maybe.
Really?
That's kind of what I think of when I hear sling.
I'm Googling it now.
So
A sling is like you hold it over.
Oh, the strap? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But they charged, he's got an ag assault, an ag rob, evading in a motor. Oh, that's different. Okay, I thought it was because if it's all the same criminality, then that's something, but.
It's the first one he's charged, still in custody on the others.
So the only reason, because under 21?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna find a problem.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
For sure. ¿Llamaste a tu abogado? Sí. ¿Qué está pasando? Dile que ya venía, dijo, pero no. It's Espinoza. I just can't get the lawyer. Do you know who it's? Garza's office, but we haven't had anyone come. So voy a poner tu caso para el lunes. Tienes que llamarlo para ver a dónde están. Tiene que llegar aquí. Si no, vamos a tener una audiencia contra ellos, contra los abogados, ¿ok?
What about the box? Judge, what were the original bond conditions?
No alcohol.
He's done with me.
Yeah. And how long? Oh, 7 for
How old is the case again? You got the docket, I don't even know.
133 days
It's
old.
just a normal reset, whatever John wants.
So if we're doing a drug test, so we bring them back?
No, we'll just do a normal drug test in hopes and praise and everyone, Allah, God, just everyone, that it's negative. If not, then we'll
So 30 days and then pending results.
Jesus, everyone.
Yeah, it is.
Shiva,
So 30 days brings you up
Sibalinga.
April 15th or the 17th.
How about the 16th?
Required appearance for the results if they're positive.
Yeah, I think he might have just left to go do that though. Can I sign for him? You need to get that all?
Yeah, it was just generated. Okay, Jen, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Sure. Take care. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for coming back, John.
Could have held her in contempt, put her in the back.
She'll be on probation.
Yeah. Take care.
Still no Garza, so we'll roll with Monday. Vamos a posponerlo hasta el lunes. Llámate a tu abogado, por favor. Ok, por favor. No. Tienes que firmar. Hey, Brent. What's up, man? Go to it. We're done, I think.